I'm the ASMR psychologist. Welcome to my channel. Now, I'm often asked, what's the best advice that you would give someone? Now, this is generally a tricky question, but it's particularly tricky for a psychologist to answer, as I'm sure you can imagine. But I've given it some thought, and here's my answer. So the next time you're struggling with something, whatever it is, whenever it is, I want you to think about your closest friend. Now imagine that they come to you struggling with exactly the same problem. What would you say to them? How would you advise them? And that is the advice that you should follow in that situation. That will be your best way forward. Now, the reason that is the case is because when we're dealing with our own problems, it's very hard to stay focused on the problem that is in front of us. What tends to happen is this problem, the problem that we are facing, opens the door to similar problems from the past. So what we find ourselves doing is dealing with two sets of problems. The current one and the memories of all the ones that have gone before, the ones that have gone well, and probably more likely the ones that have gone not so well. These are the ones that tend to haunt us more. So when we face a problem, we find that things are coming at us from all directions, and this makes it much harder to think in a clear way, in a straightforward way, because our attention isn't just drawn in one direction. It's drawn in multiple directions. So logical thinking, problem-solving thinking becomes very, very hard. Now, of course, when you're faced with a problem that your friend is struggling with, that doesn't tend to happen. It tends to be much easier to just focus on the problem that is in front of them or in front of you. All of your energy can be directed towards it. All of your resources can be directed towards it. You're not being distracted by anything behind you, anything from the past, which makes logical thinking, clear thinking, so much easier. This is an amazing technique, and actually psychologists use it a lot to help people to think through tricky problems. So, my best advice is to take the advice that you would give your closest friend. Okay. Now, if you have any other questions for me, if you go to the About section in the description for this channel, there's a link there. And if you click on that, you can go and ask me any questions that you have about ASMR or mental health, psychology, anything like that. And I will do my best to give you a good answer. I hope that you found this video helpful. I hope you like this type of video. If you do, give me an up thumb so that I know and that I can make more of them. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. You maybe consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't done already. And I will see you really soon.